Speaking of manhood, I got to bring up this one study. It's been bugging me all week. The American Psychological Association is now releasing guidelines to help psychologists work with men and boys. And one of the things they say is that in their research, the APA, they say traditional masculinity marked by stoicism, competitiveness, dominance, and aggression is on the whole harmful, they say. They don't say harmful to whom, but they say men socialist in this way are less likely to engage in healthy behaviors. A 2011 study led by Kristen Springer of Rutgers University found that men with the strongest beliefs about masculinity were only half as likely as men with more moderate masculine beliefs to get preventive health care. And found that the more men conformed to masculine norms, the more likely they were to consider as normal risky health behaviors such as heavy drinking, using tobacco, and avoiding vegetables, and to engage in these risky behaviors themselves. I have to tell you something. I know a lot about psychology. My wife is a psychotherapist. Pardon me. My life was saved by psychiatry, so I have a lot of respect for the form. It is a girly practice, okay? It is a girly practice. And so what you have here is a hammer that can only see nails. Therapy works by sitting and talking and emoting and relating. Why am I good at that? I'm an artist. That's why. Artists have some of those feminine traits. The poet Yeats, W.B. Yeats, said, if there were no women, there'd be no one for poets to talk to, because only women could understand what poets are saying. I think that is true. I think psychiatry worked for me so well because, well, first of all, because the guy doing it was a genius, but also because, I mean him, not me, but also because I was comfortable with that kind of research into my emotions. Most men are not. These things, stoicism, competitiveness, aggression, things that I do share with other men, these things build the world. Everything you have, every comfort you have, every city you live in, every machine you drive, every machine you work, every computer, they were all built by that kind of masculine energy. When you see somebody wearing a t-shirt that says the future is female, let me tell you, the t-shirt is wrong. When you see women rising to the top of a profession every single time, it is because that profession has reached its peak and is on the wane. That is not a hit against women. I'm just saying when you hear, oh, she's the first woman to do anything, that's different than the first person to do something who's almost always a man. That is almost always a man. You see women rising to the top of TV news. Why? Because TV news is over. You see women rising to the top of leadership in Europe. Why? Because Europe is over. When you look at where men are, where boys are, whether it's playing video games or building little computers in their garage, that's where you see the future. We do not need the American Psychological Association curing manhood. We need them coming up with new methods to treat men so that their manhood and energy, their masculine energy is put into good avenues instead of bad ones.